Democrats win both those races. And so Biden is sworn in on January 20th with control of the Senate. And about the first thing he does is set out to try to keep that promise, to pass a major aid package, including checks for American households.
And beyond the checks, Ben, what ends up in this proposal?
Yeah, I mean, it's a good question because we remember the checks, right? We tend to remember when we get, a few $1,000s deposited into our bank accounts. So it included a lot of money for the vaccine rollout and for public health assistance. They were trying to help the people who were still really suffering economically. So they extended the unemployment benefits, for example. And then there was sort of trying to set up the economy for success as the pandemic ended.
And Ben, who was going to get the checks and how much were they going to get?
Yeah, so the checks ended up being, this round was $1,400.
Real money.
Per person to just about anybody making a middle-class salary or less.
And as I remember, even though Republicans had passed 2 stimulus bills during the Trump administration, they do not sign on to this third stimulus. What were their objections?
They basically didn't think that the economy still needed that kind of help.
The CBO predicts our economy will grow by 3.7% this year without any further congressional action. This is merely socialism in sheep's clothing. Redistribution of wealth through cash payouts.
By this point, the economy had begun to emerge from the pandemic a little bit, and they were saying, we've already given a ton of help to people. They don't need more of it.
This bill pays people more to be on unemployment than to go to work.
They worried that unemployment benefits were going to keep people out of work. They worried that the child tax credit was going to create dependency on the government. And they worried, some of them, that this kind of spending was going to cause inflation.
Who's going to get hurt? The poorest families are going to get hurt. This is wrong.
And then walk us through that in a kind of Econ 101 manner.